As we know, everything ingenious is simple. We know it too, so we have prepared for you a unique selection of the most daring inventions, ingenious ideas, unique solutions, and absolutely amazing mechanisms. All of them are the result of a creative and sometimes revolutionary approach, thanks to which many complex things have become simple and understandable. At the same time, the level of these solutions is beyond any borders of imagination. Everything that you will see in this video will not only amaze your imagination, but will prompt the following question in your head: why didn't we think of this before? Now welcome to the wonderful world of innovation, ingenuity, and simplicity. This is perhaps one of the most ingenious solutions to the old problem when you don't have an umbrella at the right moment. And it won't be possible to forget it somewhere now. With such a tool, it is now possible to dig the ground with ease and pleasure, and it'll definitely become a great companion for any lover of gardens and outdoor activity. Clearing the lawn of small debris, leaves, stones, and acorns is a tedious task, but thanks to such a simple invention, all these tasks are much simplified. Vibration rammers of the new generation are multifunctional devices with a wide range of applications. Such a design will keep your valuables better than any safe. At the same time, no one will guess that you're hiding something from their prying eyes. Perhaps it's difficult to come up with a more versatile vehicle. At the same time, it can only be used on abandoned railway tracks. How can you prepare firewood for the winter while maintaining yourself in excellent physical shape? Here's the best solution, and there's no need to work with hands. Has it ever occurred to you that you can create such an original table from an ordinary car tire? Sometimes, even a place to store a guitar is more expensive than the guitar itself. The reason is more than important. It was personally signed by the members of the Linkin Park group. With such an invention, you can easily prepare several cubic meters of firewood without making any effort. The next morning, nothing will hurt for sure. In those days, when safes did not yet exist, it was necessary to resort to ingenuity. Lovers of secrets would obviously like such a luxurious table. Such a miniature drill will save space in the tool cabinet. It does not require a connection to electricity and can always be at hand. Keeping in mind its compactness and efficiency, such a plant shredder can be widely used in many areas. It looks like an ordinary closet, but it is the door to a secret room. I think in childhood each of us dreamed of such a room, didn't we? And now we have the perfect solution for a small room where they like to receive guests. I used to think that secret rooms were a relic of the past and the highlight of detective novels, but now I understand that they are still popular to this day. Such a closet with a secret storage place is the optimal solution for families with children, and you can be sure that they won't find this place. Such a cabinet is an excellent option for optimizing living space for those who live in a small apartment. In addition, it is very spacious. I am more than sure that you certainly haven't seen such a design solution before. Just take a look at how compactly the TV is integrated into the ceiling. Undoubtedly, drones are one of the best inventions of our time, and thanks to them, many of the most difficult tasks can be performed without human intervention. Thanks to such compact and powerful devices, the dismantling of old parquet can be done quickly and without much effort. Fire tillage is the best way to fight weeds and dangerous microorganisms. The use of such flamethrowers is the merit of organic farmers. Now, in order to move a small plane to the hangar, it is enough to press a few keys on the remote control. What an original solution! The log easily splits into 8 parts at once. Such an axe is a significant saving of time and effort. With the help of such an unusual device, you can combine washing things and playing sports. This device looks like some kind of children's toy, but pay attention to how much use it is. And now, the dishes can be washed with pleasure. With the help of such a lifting mechanism, the work of builders is greatly facilitated. Winches and lifting cargo by stairs are already in the past. And you certainly haven't heard about this method of using drones. Do you also think that the need for human labor will disappear altogether in the near future? The number of fans of retro car reconstruction is constantly growing. Would you take a ride on this? This is an autonomous Ascento mobile robot, which was invented in Switzerland. It is equipped with cameras and is capable of performing patrol and security functions. Have you seen a crawler chair? Now you can comfortably get anywhere without getting up.
If you want to switch to something else, don't be hurry. Something truly interesting is just about to begin.
How simple, but at the same time convenient it is. Indeed, many ingenious inventions were born as a result of ordinary laziness.
The funniest thing I have ever seen.
People can create a lot of unique things. Today, one can make a full-fledged house with a stove, sink, and everything you need in everyday life from the trunk of a car. This is a weapon that does not require precision to be used because it is perfectly and accurately aimed. Having a luxury car is the dream of millions, and it turns out that it can be implemented in a simplified yet original version. Rubber gloves with flashlights on the fingers are a necessary thing for electricians and plumbers. Riding a motorcycle while clearing the road of leaves at the same time is not a bad idea, because this way you can combine business with pleasure. Have you ever heard of an airplane that can be assembled by yourself in a garage? Well, now you can witness it. KR-1 is a light airplane, the cost of which in the basic configuration is only $8,000. With such a mop, not a single speck of dust will be left without attention. You can reach the same state of perfect cleanliness. There is always plenty of unnecessary junk in any car repair shop, and it is not always warm in the cold season. Using ingenuity, you can solve both problems at the same time. What a great alternative to the most powerful tracks. Such a snowmobile can handle any obstacles. This guy figured out how to make a device out of ordinary bicycle gear that greatly simplifies his work in the garden. If you have imagination, free time, and tools, you can create a door from fantastic blockbusters. Such a powerful and at the same time simple chopping device greatly simplifies the preparation of firewood for the winter.
And how do you like such a twist? To be honest, I can't do without your comments here.
I wonder how strong the pressure must be to remove a lot of thick layers of dirt and dust from the ship in a matter of seconds. The cement leveling machine speeds up and simplifies the work of builders, especially in large areas. You won't believe it, but it turns out they have even come up with a device for cleaning the roof from snow. The usual shovel is a thing of the past. It is very convenient when there is not just a picture hanging on the wall, but a hidden table. With such compact furniture, you can invite as many guests as you want. The world of design does not stand still and is ready to meet the needs of the most sophisticated buyers. It's unlikely that you've ever seen anything like this before. It seems that the craving for the hidden places in your own home is quite a frequent request. Take a look at this poof that turns into a full-fledged workplace or coffee table. Many bars will be happy to have such an invention. What a brilliant invention for summer residents! Such a miracle of technology is clearly needed in the household. Now we have a universal faucet with lots of options. Would you like to have one at home? You never know what kind of furniture a secret room might be hiding behind. But the most interesting thing is what's hidden in the room itself. It's amazing how compact the chest of drawers is, but take a look at how many hidden drawers can be found inside. What an excellent design solution for a small living space. It's compact, original, and tasteful. Having a home theater is a dream. I think everyone would like to have one at home. I wonder if the idea is that the basement is hidden from prying eyes, or if they just want to save some space.
If you haven't liked this episode yet, now is the best time to do it.
That's right, counters and pipes should be hidden so as to not spoil the overall look of the interior. All of us built houses out of everything that came to hand in childhood, and someone implemented this idea in a serious way in adulthood. And yet the secret room in the house in many cases can be a real gem for you. What a smart solution, isn't it? Usually people just neglect the space under the stairs, but these people decided to use it in a competent way. The secret hides an elevator. What a whole new level of conspiracy. I wonder where it leads. Are you also surprised? What a great disguise for a secret door. This is what a compromise looks like when the wife is against the billiard table in the middle of the hall and the husband is very insistent. I like that. Such a window that transforms into a small balcony is a wise yet not cheap solution. Thanks to modern inventions, working in a suburban area brings not only pleasure, but also calms the nervous system. I have only one question. Why did I do it with a shovel as a child and not with this device? Such a mobile ladder can serve as a wheelbarrow for carrying heavy loads. It certainly saves workers a lot of time. These self-propelled containers are an amazing invention. They make it very easy to clean up garbage on beaches or streets. To cut a watermelon quickly and smoothly, you do not need a knife, and it'll take a few seconds. This uncomplicated invention does the work for 10 people in just a few moments. And this is a truly cool solution for those who live in a cold, snowy climate. The car easily turns into a full-fledged snowmobile.
What an incredible footage! We always strive to choose the best content for you.
This chandelier looks expensive, doesn't it? However, it is made from ordinary tin cans. This is truly amazing. This talented person was able to build a miniature, fully functioning hydroelectric power station with his own hands. Do you love your cat enough to arrange such luxurious conditions for it? It turns out that even without any investments, you can make an ATV out of a motorcycle with your own hands. As you can see, any work can be mechanized to enjoy the process in a calm atmosphere. That's what having a real all-terrain vehicle means. Having such wheels, this car can really drive everywhere. I just don't have any words now. Just look at what a fragile girl can make out of an ordinary log with her hands. Can one assemble a car from absolutely non-automotive materials? Perhaps only a genius can do this. Laziness is the mother of progress. In order to please the child, it is not necessary to spend a lot of money because it is enough to have a screwdriver and several parts from the previously broken things at home. Now this is something beyond the realm of possibility. Is an ordinary person really capable of doing such jewelry work by hand? What an excellent solution for bicycle parking. It's compact, low cost, and affordable. As we say, I can use virtually everything that I have. The main thing is that it works. If you have creative thinking and an engineering streak, you should not bypass the car dumps because you can find parts for your future car there. And how do you like this idea of a perpetual motion machine? It's brilliant and simple at the same time. Now you can definitely go to the next yard and brag to your friends that you already drive a car. Today, everything is changing so quickly in life that a mobile transformer house can save someone from constant moving. If you consider your cat to be a full-fledged member of the family, then take the trouble to build an elevator for it. These days, bicycle houses have long been popular all over the world among those who like to travel by bike and stay overnight in the wild. Without such a mechanism, these works would take much longer. Such an automated, powerful, and very fast jacklift is a godsend not only for a tire fitter, but also for any driver. Did you know that you can cook meat without using fire? To do it, you just need to position the mirrors correctly, and the sun will do its job by itself. Now take a look at this unusual weapon, which is controlled by a remote control. What an unusual invention!
It was so cool! It's hard to comprehend how this is even possible.
Now you no longer need to be puzzled by washing the roller after applying paint to the wall, because you can use such a plastic or metal circle. An ordinary schoolboy has created a working model of a spider machine that can be controlled remotely via Bluetooth. And how did you imagine zero-emission transport? This small car can gain good speed and accommodate one person. How do you like it? Would you like to take a ride? This budget vehicle works on the principle of a bicycle and also protects against bad weather conditions. If you need to plow the lawn, you can do it without much effort. This ordinary guy assembled a fully working electric car with automatically opening doors and other gadgets in his garage. And having gone to the highway, he was able to accelerate it to 80 kilometers per hour. It's impressive, isn't it? We all know that space should be used wisely, especially those locations which are not traditionally used. Such an open cabinet turns into a table with a single movement of the hand. This type of furniture saves a lot of space. Such a decorative element, which easily turns into a shelf or hanger, is easy enough to make with your own hands. A one-room small apartment is a spacious place for a talented designer. This secret door can even be opened remotely. People, who are especially sophisticated in design, manage to implement the most non-standard and exclusive interior solutions. Of course, it costs much more than standard projects. As a child, I was always looking for an old wardrobe that served as the entrance to Narnia. It looks like we've just found it. However, it leads to the library. If you live in a small apartment and can't allocate a separate space for your desktop, then such a hybrid bedside table can become a real solution. Previously, secret rooms were used to store especially important documents, money, and family secrets, but today, large secret rooms play the role of a wardrobe. The organization of a living space is now gaining great popularity. It turns out that even in the smallest area, you can fit a maximum of things, and even so, they can be conveniently found if necessary. As you can see, it's a simple yet ingenious solution to problems of this kind, and it offers significant cost savings. The author gets an A+ from us for the originality of the idea. These benches. I've never thought about this before, but now I'm delighted with this idea. Do you remember how you once had to take things outside and hang them on ropes? Could you imagine what it would look like these days? Having not enough space in the kitchen is a very common problem, and I really like her decision. What about you? To cut so smoothly, you need to have a very good eye. These 5 guys could have bought 5 bicycles, but they were not looking for easy ways. Therefore, they invented their own mode of transport. This is what a real cycling team looks like. Many people like apples without skin, but not everyone likes to peel them. If you understand what I mean, then you will surely appreciate this device. There is no limit to the perfection of furniture mechanisms. The first self-propelled steam vehicle was built in France in 1769 and looked like this. Now take a look at how a compact but efficient combine harvester can be built on the basis of a walk-behind tractor. In the hands of an experienced mechanic, even an old truck can get a whole new life instead of being thrown away. And what kind of imagination do you need to have to build such a barbecue in the shape of a steam locomotive? This is how you can make an elliptical trainer with your own hands, or another way to save on expensive gym subscriptions. Drivers of long vehicles are real masters of U-turns. As you can see, such a device really simplifies the entire maneuver. And this homemade crawler tractor and all-terrain vehicle is able to drive anywhere. Inventive people from the Czech Republic have come up with a unique way of planting potatoes. It turns out that you can easily dig up a garden if you slightly upgrade an ordinary shovel. Such a monobike with wheels on the sides and a steering wheel looks futuristic. Chinese inventors have created an exoskeleton device, and now a childhood dream has become a reality for many people from all around the world. Such a homemade compact baler quickly and efficiently forms neat hay rolls. If you are not only strong but creative, then all your tasks can be solved in an easy manner. Other people, on the contrary, are too bothered with work. All they want is to perform the simplest task in the most difficult way. This brilliant Swede has been developing an astonishing aircraft project for about 2 years. He clearly had to be satisfied with the result of his labors. If you can save a lot of time when doing some work, it would be stupid not to do it. This is an excellent device for Counter-Strike or other game players. It can be useful for games where victory depends on the speed of reaction. You can't impress anyone with an ordinary jacuzzi anymore. Apparently, that's what the creator of the ingenious bath thought. This is the case when you're too lazy to cook and you really want to delegate this task to someone else, at least by using a separate frying pan. Cultivation of land is usually a very exhausting and time-consuming process, but this is not the case anymore. Today, farmers simplify their lives with the help of such homemade crafts. The level of IQ of this worker is clearly higher than that of the average person. It's better to work hard once and create something that will facilitate and speed up all further work. With such a simple and at the same time ingenious device, the profession of movers will soon become irrelevant. Now there can be a place for bicycles even in the smallest smart apartments. A hammer with such a handle will definitely not break. How many times do you think the builder accelerated the work process? I think that somewhere around 10 times, to say at least. The man digs and sews at the same time. At the very same time, he can relax in a comfortable place. He should have had a cold cocktail. This unusual two-wheeled device was originally conceived as a simulator for restoring walking skills in patients in need of rehabilitation, but it has gained popularity among completely healthy people. This foot-launched flying machine is a device that is powered by the muscular strength of the pilot. Such inventions are still being tested and can rise only to a small height, but everything is moving towards the fact that soon, every person will have their own foot-launched flying machine. Today, it is almost impossible to come up with something radically new because everything's already been invented. As you can see, no one forbids combining something old and getting something completely new. Such a means of transportation is absolutely not relevant, but it can be used as an attraction for inexperienced tourists. Would you like to visit an interactive park filled with mechanisms that copy the size and appearance of long-extinct animals? I think that you wouldn't mind riding them either. Someone decided to create a clone of the Cybertruck by Tesla. Adults can see that this is a fake, but kids will definitely get a lot of happiness and joy while taking a ride. Just an old wheelbarrow, a few unnecessary wheels, and a bucket of paint are all you need to create a car for kids. And this is a mini bike on sturdy wheels. I agree, this homemade device is quite useless, but it'll be enough to impress all their friends. And I've told you that this section will surprise you. How do you like a real working bike for minions? And this is a bicycle for real men. And this one will impress not only friends, but also everyone who sees it. If you want to have a pool in the house, then it shall only look like this. It's just amazing. If professional racing is not for you, but you want to feel cool and get a dose of adrenaline, then you're welcome to such an event. Let everything look a little childish, but it can give unforgettable emotions. Now we have an inexpensive but effective way to purify water. Even such a cheap filter can be easily purchased online. It's able to clean any artificial reservoir. Modern prosthetics technologies are impressive. Some are able to fully reproduce the physiological movements of the palm. What a simple yet irreplaceable device in the kitchen. No part of the shell will get into your omelet. How do you like such a motorcycle? You can easily ride it on any off-road. Building such a mini tractor with 2 gearboxes is a truly ingenious engineering idea. Finally, we have the solution to the problem of riding an ATV in rainy weather. South Korean farmers keep up with the times and use advanced technologies in onion cultivation. Mixing concrete in the absence of electricity is a fairly common problem, but these craftsmen were able to find a solution. This homemade all-terrain vehicle, called the hay mower, is able to overcome the most difficult terrain. And this pretty box has a secret bottom, and it's not as easy to open as it seems. In Japan, tourists captured unusual futuristic-looking trucks on camera. Such a lawnmower is able to cope with anything in a matter of minutes. In the modern world, people prefer minimalism and try to surround themselves with practical things. However, skillful people tend to create things which will make the soul feel warmer. Would you put such a thing on your balcony? This invention is even more practical. By using such transport, you can move more than one bag of potatoes, not to mention a lot of other cargo. Was it really so difficult for this person to wash their hair by hand that they had to invent such a device? And this is a saw. It's a simple and reliable tool that can't be replaced by any advanced technology. As you can see, only a double saw can be cooler than a saw. It's not a problem to prepare firewood for the winter now, so you shall not be afraid of rising heating prices. At the same time, there cannot be enough firewood for everyone, so if you're really worried about your future, start planting trees to have some firewood all the time. A bicycle is the most environmentally friendly form of transport, but in bad weather, you can't really ride it. Fortunately, this invention solved this problem. If you don't have extra money for a good grill, it doesn't matter. You can always make it with your own hands. The main thing is to show imagination. Of course, such a vehicle would not be put into mass production because it is simply impractical to use it. But it looks interesting. Do you agree? This elderly man decided that the skateboard was no longer cool enough for him, so he supplemented it with a jet engine, and now he fully enjoys the trips. A wheelchair can actually look like no one could have imagined. It looks posh and modern. This is a great option of a food processor for kneading dough without extra costs. How do you like this idea? These guys did not have enough motorcycle power, so they decided to improve the engine to the fullest. A workman is known for his work, especially when the master is that inventive. Technologies are developing so rapidly that it is quite possible that in the near future, we will all fly on similar devices while forgetting about cars. As they say, work goes with a swing under the master's hand. Sometimes people create truly unique things. In order to understand their nature, you need to spend a lot of time. And this is a lawnmower with remote control. What could be better when you don't want to go to work outside on a hot day? Such a device can be an excellent assistant at work, and it will significantly reduce time and save energy. Do you adore your bike but rarely ride it because you quickly get tired of pedaling? It's not scary, because the solution to the problem has already been found. As you can see, even the most difficult work can be transformed into a pleasure. Do you need to dig a hole, but you did not want to mess with sand? Here's a simple life hack for you in this case. Use it and don't thank me. Paper can accumulate in piles, so it becomes a real problem to dispose of it. But not for this brilliant inventor. If you want people to pay attention to your vehicle, don't be afraid to be 100% creative. It turns out that it is possible to make an even cut of a tree not only with large specialized machines, but this is only if your brain is really bright. Stocking up on firewood for the winter will now be much easier thanks to such inventive people. Why only spend money on an expensive concrete mixer if it is quite possible to make it with your own hands from improvised means? I'm sure that each of you would not mind enjoying the flight on such a cool aircraft. Clearing the road after a snowdrift is quite difficult, but if everything is fine with your imagination and your hands grow from the right place, any job can become a pleasure. This armor has 32 wheels, which allows him to perform incredible maneuvers. I understand that someone really wanted to be a real superhero since he created such a unique costume. After having seen this thing, I am sure that many people wanted to become pianists. And this unusual gadget from our next video allows you to literally inject plants into Mother Nature. Any job can be a thrill if you approach it creatively. With such a coach and methods of sports training, the girl simply has to become the best in her field and fight for medals. The one who knows how to deal with it effectively is not afraid of dirt. Those who are well versed in physics will never strain themselves too much and will always find a way to make their lives easier. And this is a Maripete earth-moving machine based on a Suoco S500 crawler tractor. It is used to create drainage ditches on peat bogs. This homemade three-wheeled all-terrain vehicle will easily overcome even the most difficult terrain. Hidden headlights of Cadillac Cyclone are one of the most striking engineering solutions of the 60s of the last century. The Ceseda Marotta car was a real sensation when it was first shown at the Geneva Motor Show in 1988. This is one of the most striking design solutions for the gate to the house where the trucker driver lives. Gas stoves of the modern generation look futuristic. The most striking design solutions are often associated with stairs. How do you like such ideas? It's original, isn't it? Would you like to have such an unusual sink in your bathroom? To be honest, it looks very strange. What an unusual device. What do you think it's used for? And how do you like the idea of making an air conditioner out of a fan and a cooking panel out of a washing machine?
Even though our episode is almost over, we would like to cheer you up and let you know that a new one will be released soon. Don't forget to click the bell so as to not miss it.